West Bengal, India, in a family of doctors and academicians. She went to Loreto Convent in Asansol. Then she had an MBA from Jadavpur University and a diploma from the Fashion School of the Birla Institute of Liberal Arts and Management Sciences. She started her career in 2001-2002. She designed Sri Devi's personal wardrobe. She later got her first break designing costumes for the film Koi Mere Dil Se Pooche, where she designed some costumes for Isha Deol. She designed outfits for Shonal Rawat for Femina Miss India pageant. She designed for the Bollywood film Via Darjeeling for K.K. Menon, Sonali Kulkarni, Parveen Dabas and Vinay Pathak. She also designed for more than 10 Tollywood films with actors like Mithun Chakrabarti, Rituparna Sengupta, Jeet, Koel Malik, Swastika Mukherjee, Molly Ganguly. She has her own fashion label called Inga, that's I-N-G-A, after graduation only, and retailed in stores in major cities across India. She is associated with many social activities also. She has recently been made a member of Film Censor Board. I request Mr. Shomajit Mahapatra to felicitate Ms. Agnimitra Paul. And now over to Ms. Agnimitra Paul for a lovely interactive section.
Absolutely. Lovely, fashionable students over here. Yes, all of you look very fashionable. Today I'm supposed to speak on, how dressing and grooming is important in professional life and whether at all it's important. What I feel is it is actually very, very important because, we often hear this proverb that a picture speaks 1,000 words, and when you enter a interview room, when you're going for an interview or anywhere, it's your attire, it's your presentation, it's how you look gives the first impression, which takes you forward. What I feel is that first and foremost, the most important thing is that when you're entering into a professional world, it's important that you invest on the outfits which has quality, than quantity. You invest in a very good, very well fitted business suit, maybe one or two, which you can wear it with a number of different kinds of shirts, blouses, shirts for men, shirts for women. Different kind of blouses, the feminine blouse-ons, different kinds of scarves which you can change the look. But the business suit, whether it's a trouser and a blazer or whether it's a pencil skirt and a blazer, it should be very, very well fitted and from a good tailor, good store, where you pick it up from. Number 2 point is, I think, like I said, a tie. A tie is also very important part of an accessory which can enhance your look. Because usually we see that suits are of the basic colors, basic neutral colors, like a black or a grey or a deep blue and maybe a brown or a beige. So how do you differentiate your dressing from another colleague who is also wearing the same kind of blazer? You accentuate it by wearing a beautiful scarf, maybe a brooch, an interesting, maybe a earring, and nothing else. Maybe an interesting watch, but very formal, nothing very jazzy. See, most employers, they form the first opinion, they say, in the first 7 seconds that you enter an interview room. So that is the first 7 seconds, first and the last impression. And then of course your qualification, your degree, your experience, that matters. But in the first 7 seconds, the board of members sitting in the room, they actually form an opinion. I think the first and most important thing is to give a very clean, neat and clean, presentation of yourself. See, for the women, I feel fingernails speaks a lot. If you have long fingernails, do not do nail art or any kind of bright colored nail polish. Use it like a pearl or a beige or a light, something which is close to our complexion. Do not use anything which is very bright. Your teeth, your socks, your shoes, your hair, and of course the clothes and face. Everything needs to give a very, very neat and clean presentation, neat and clean appearance. If you're wearing a full sleeve shirt without a tie, maybe with a trouser or a long pencil skirt, do not fold your sleeves. It gives a very casual and a semi-formal approach. You're going for a formal interview or a formal presentation. You're going to a client, for a presentation. So do not roll up your sleeves. As I told you about the colors, the blue, grays, you can use these kind of shades of neutrals. We call it neutrals. But you can also mix and match it with some colors like say forest green, a nice pastel yellow, a nice baby pink, a very nice light powder blue. These kind of shades you can definitely match your shirt or a blouse on with, but the basic business suit can be of the neutral shades that I spoke to. A suit shouldn't have bulges when you're going for a presentation. You have your phone inside and your pocket has a bulge. You have your motorcycle or your car keys which is making noise. Your maybe the wallet or the purse that you have, or maybe some coins in the pocket which is making a noise. Do not carry anything in your attire which makes noise. Do not wear anything like a bracelet which we usually wear, those charm bracelets which make noise. Don't wear that. Don't wear any anklets which makes noise. Not even dupattas. If you're in an Indian attire, some dupattas has bells, little bells which makes noise. That gives a very wrong impression. So don't wear anything in your outfit which makes noise. See, every one of us knows, you shouldn't have anything like a gum or a candy or tobacco in your mouth when you're going inside. It's part of your presentation. It speaks wrong about yourself. Even if you have body piercing, do not wear it that day. Maybe body piercing in your lips, your eyebrows, or wherever, a visible area. Do not have body piercing when you're going for a formal occasion. Wear minimum jewelry. For women, choose something like a silver or a pearl, like a nice top, little one. If you're wearing a trinket, it should be very, very, little one, not something really big. I prefer don't use anything, on your wristlet other than a watch. For guys, I feel, maybe a very narrow chain is the maximum what you can use. No bracelets. Go for metallic watches. I prefer metallic watches than leather watches. That speaks much more, that gives a much more serious attitude to yourself. Perfume, usually it's a no-no, when you are going for an interview or a formal presentation. But if you have to use a cologne or a body spray, because many people, they have allergy to kind of smells. So you might be a fantastic candidate, but then because of that odor or the perfume that you have used, it brings down your points. So wear something which is maybe a body spray, but very light, very fresh smell, and nothing very strong. As I already told you, avoid loud colors. Do not wear loud colors. Loud means extreme, loud means you know, like a nice bright pink or an orange, which might look very nice with a beige or a grey suit. But for your interview, for any formal occasion, please do not wear that. Wear something more subtle. If you are going for a pink, go for a baby pink. If you are going for a yellow, go for a lemon yellow or a very, very pastel yellow. Your hair should be really tied up. If you have long hair, it should be combed properly, and if you have short hair, nothing like it. But if you have long hair, do not keep it open, because that gives a wrong impression. When your hair falls on your face, neatly tie it, or make it a braid, or make it a bun if you're in a sari or an Indian attire. It looks very nice. Guys, of course, you should shave completely, very nicely, neatly shaved, and if you have mustache, it should be properly trimmed. And sometimes you have hair coming out of your nose and ears, so it's better you trim it and you be proper and neat and clean. For guys also, I feel it's very important to have your fingernails properly brushed and neat, because we often gone are those days when we used to think that if you are very good in your studies or very good in your very cerebral, you don't need to take care of yourself. Those days are gone. You have to be very, very presentable wherever you are, how much genius or how much bright student you are. I already told you about the odor thing. The odor, you shouldn't have anything in your mouth, or even if you have a problem of bad odor from your mouth odor, you should take care of it. Carry some mint or some mouthwash, so that it also gives a very, very, you should feel confident about yourself. That's the most important thing. Only when you are confident about yourself, you feel good what you are wearing, then only the confidence shows on your face. If you have tattoos, you need to cover it wherever you are. You can't wear tattoos to a formal interview, or wherever you are going in a formal occasion. You can't just wear tattoos. Women should, like we say, if you're going for an interview, you don't need to put makeup, but I feel you should put makeup, because makeup gives a very nice, it blemishes your marks. If you have under eye problems, dark circles, it covers it, and that makes you look fresh, because whenever you have these under eye circles, dark circles, it makes you look tired, and you aren't tired, but it gives a wrong impression about you, when you're going to the interview room. So it's always good to use makeup, very light makeup, but it should evenly be spread on your face. It should give a glow to your face, not too much, little bit of kajal, and even if you're using lipstick, you can use very neutral shade. Do not use anything bright, anything deep. Use a flesh color, absolutely light flesh color. Accessory wise, I feel, as I told you, earrings, a brooch is a very, very classy thing. Even when you are using a blazer, you're wearing a business suit, you can use a brooch, and maybe nothing in the ears, nothing in the neck. Just a nice stoned pearl, a nice brooch gives a very formal look. It gives a different kind of look. Colors, I already told you, You can also go for colors like caramel. You can go for colors like forest greens, beautiful mauves. These grow very well with grey colors. Shoe wise, do not wear strappy sandals. For a formal occasion, do not wear anything strappy. It should always be closed toe for both men as well as women. The closed toe shoes is something which is formal and serious. And for men, try to wear laced up shoes, which gives a very conservative and very formal, impression. Anything which is print wise solid, big patterns, big flowers, big geometrics. Do not wear anything, even when you're wearing an Indian kurta set or you're wearing a sari. It should be something more subtle, little small prints. The color pastel, as I told you. Anything bold, do not wear it. women do not wear the all-know, though it's sometimes in fashion. You can still experiment elsewhere in a party, but do not wear contrasting lingerie inside a transparent shirt where your lingerie shows. That can be good for a party, but this is absolutely no-no for an interview. Bangles, anklets, I told you, the buttas, you shouldn't be using it. In your shirt, there shouldn't be any missing button. You know what happens usually when you are going, sometimes you see one button is missing. That gives a very, very wrong impression. So try to, settle your clothes wherever you are going, a night before. There shouldn't be, even a single button, not even in your cufflink, in your cuff, missing. If you're not wearing a tie, just the 2 collar tie buttons can be open, can be undone. The rest should be buttoned. And the tie again should be the size of your lapel. The blazer lapel, it should be the size of the lapel. And how you fix the tie, that's also very, very important. The edge of the first layer of the tie should touch the belt of your skirt or the trouser that you're wearing. And the inner side of the tie should be well tucked in. So how you wear the tie, that's again very, very important, because you may think that they wouldn't notice it, but every good company and every person who is there in the board would notice all these things. Nail polish, I already told you. If you are comfortable in sari, sari looks beautiful. It should be properly draped. You just can't wear the sari like open wear. You should pin it up. In summers, women can go for handloom saris. It looks beautiful. Maybe a nice tangai or a south cotton in a properly nice color, well pleated. You can also go for a nice single color chiffon or a georgette with a very narrow border or maybe no border at all. The blouse can be properly decent, maybe a air hostess neck. Don't go for plunging necks. Don't go for latkans at the back. It gives a wrong impression. For saris in the winter, you can of course go for silk saris, because silk printed saris gives very nice look, very nice drape. Just pleat it up properly with a pin. The pin shouldn't be visible. How you're pinning it up, the pin shouldn't be visible from any angle. That has to be very, very neat. For handloom saris, of course, you have to properly pleat it, because it's a little difficult to handle a tangai or a handloom sari, so it should be properly well ironed and pleated. Sometimes we come across shirts which writes that the label writes just wash and wear. You don't need to iron it, but still don't take a chance with those kind of shirts. Properly iron every piece that you're going to wear to the interview or wherever you're going. How much it's written there that you just wash and wear, but still you should iron it and wear the shirt. For women, don't wear flared petticoats inside. It gives you a bulky look. Try to get a petticoat done, maybe in a neutral shade, like a black. Usually wear, we can match mostly all saris with a black petticoat with a yellow petticoat.